I can't complain too much about these 6 volts. They've lasted since I've had the car. Bought it in November of 2014, and of course it's now 2020, and these have lasted all that time with minimal starts and the harsh life of a classic car battery. So I can't complain, but it's time to do away with the 6 volts and go to a single 12 volt. Put one battery in here, one 12 volt in here, and then run the positive and negative to my ground. The ground, of course, is on the other side, as everyone knows, and so I'll use this long lead that I have attaching the 2 batteries as my ground, and I'll just run it out the back here and over to the grounding point, and then I will do away with this battery, and that small little cable over there will be useless, but I'll just hold on to that for basically no reason. I'll probably end up sitting in my garage for years and years and years, but that's what I'm going to do. I'll show you how to do it. It's pretty easy. So I took the batteries out, and which just took a little bit of fiddling to get them past those wires here, but you can see I have the positive that comes from the starter, and that one is cut to length, so it's not going to reach over to this other battery box over here. So I'm going to leave the 12 volt I put in is going to be in this left one. I'm not going to try to run a new wire. That would be more of a pain than it's worth. Just to, some people say to do that because it evens out the weight when there's a driver and on the right side, because I'm a right-hand drive car. You put the battery over here, and that will even out the weight. You're not going to feel that kind of performance difference. So I'm not going to do that. But I do need a hole that goes out the back here, so I can connect the negative over to the grounding point over here. So I'm going to swap these 2 battery trays. This one's got a hole in the front and a hole in the back where I need them. So, and this one's just got 2 in the front. So I'm going to swap the 2 trays, and then I'll be set. Okay, so I've taken out the battery boxes, and you can see that that wire here that was connecting the 2 6 volts will be the perfect length to reach from this negative side of the 12 volt battery over to the grounding post over here. And so I'll run that underneath the car, and show you what that looks like in a second. When you make the connection here for the negative terminal, make sure that you have a strong connection, and that there isn't a lot of resistance. So get yourself an ohm meter, and then check the resistance from at the nut, and then between the nut and your lead over here in the other battery box. And it shouldn't drop. Mine was 0.2 at the nut, and then 0.2 at the end of the cable. So there's basically no drop in resistance, or no discernible drop in resistance. So I'm good to go there, and now I just need to drop the battery in and connect it. And there it is, finished. So we got this ACDelco 151 RPS is the model, or the number. 151 is the group. So if you search for Honda Fit, 2010 Honda Fit, this is the model or the group number that will come up. I've also heard Mazda Miata. You can search for that. But it popped up a 51 group for me, not the 151 group. The 51 group is bigger, and it doesn't quite fit into these plastic tubs. So I got the 151 group, but this is a 335 cold creaking amp, ACDelco, 3-year warranty. So I'll see how that works. It should be enough to turn over the MG, and it's pretty small. You need to brace it somehow, so I got a bunch of foam here on the back side of it to it's really tight in there now, and I'll put another piece of foam up on the top to keep it from moving up and down. And that's it. Now I got this empty box over here, which I can just store some cleaning supplies in or something. So that's it, and we'll give it a start up and see how she goes. Alright, well, here goes. Let's give it a crank and see how the new battery works. Started pretty quick. I had started it about a day, yesterday, so I expected it to start pretty fast, but that was good. Sounded just like it should, and that's it. That's how to switch your batteries over from 2 6-volt to 1 12-volt. It's a pretty easy job, and that's it. I'll see you in the next video.